Hello and welcome. It's Serafina Day. They be crazy over there, so y'all come on this way. Hello, I'm Serafina Day. I am a mental health VTuber, and thank you for joining me today. We are going to have a watch party. This is my first watch party. I'm still pretty new to Twitch, so please bear with me. We're going to be watching Love is Blind season 8, episode 1. Why are we watching this? You might wonder. Well, I am a mental health VTuber, and there are few better places to see what's going on with mental health than Love is Blind. I've been watching it for almost 8 seasons now, and you just see the most interesting things. I already know a little bit about what happens, but I didn't really watch the episodes myself. I just sort of watched other people's YouTube videos where they made some commentary on the show, and I thought I would throw my hat into the ring. So here we are. Now, if you're not familiar with watch parties, we're not going to be looking at it together on my screen. I'm not going to be sharing it because I don't want to get my hand slapped or worse. So, watch party means I'm going to be watching it and you can watch it along with me if you like. And just to make sure that we stay in sync, every once in a while, I'll let you know where I have stopped or what I'm commenting on and what the timestamp is. And I'll try my best to remember to display it here on the screen. But before we get started with watching, I'm on Netflix's To site. So let's see who the cast of characters are. And when I say characters, I really do mean characters because even though I'll be talking about what I see these people doing, it doesn't mean that I know them, because I definitely don't, obviously. I'm just some random person on the internet who is checking out a show. And in case you didn't already know, though I think I'm sure most people do, at least after a few seasons of Love is Blind and after hearing the previous cast commenting, we don't get to see everything that happens. So there's no way to say, I've seen everything about this person. I know who they are. It's not possible. So when I make any comments about these people, this is just strictly my opinion. I am not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose anyone. I'm just here to have some fun, make some entertaining content, enjoy the show because I always do. I literally always do. It's so fun to watch and see people really put themselves out there, see if they get something out of it. I mean, I love it probably for the same similar reasons to why you might love the show as well, or at least enjoy it. So when I say characters, I mean I see these people as characters. I don't know the real people. I don't know everything about them, so I can't really talk about who they truly are. I can only comment on what I am shown. And yeah, so we're just here to enjoy, make some comments. Please feel free to interact with me if you want to join me in the chat, which I will have to open at some point and look at. And yeah, let's have some fun. So first, let me first make sure I've got the chat window open. All right, here we go. And now, let's begin. And if I don't see your chat right away, well, yay. We'll try to do this the best we can. And actually, let me see. I can just maneuver this chat window to be nice and stuck in the corner there. It's interesting. I implemented this nice little border. Things are looking nice and fresh here. I like my setup right now, but I didn't realize that it didn't properly use the space on the screen. And oh, now I can't move this window. What's happening? Oh, technology. Oh. Okay, where's it trying to go though? Okay, can I put it there? Okay, so the chat window's up there. I don't know if I'm gonna see anything, if anyone actually chats with me, but I'll try my best. Onwards and upwards. Okay, so let's take a look at the cast of, like I said, characters. So I'm gonna share my next screen. Boop, there we go. So we've got the women, we've got the men. I just sort of stacked them side by side, and this was what I was talking about. I've got this nice little kind of border, um, but I'm realizing it doesn't optimize the space that I have on my whole screen. So I had to squish two Netflix to do windows or tabs side by side so that we could see the men and the women. And I was thinking, as the men and women are conversing in the pods, I could bring up the appropriate men and women on the screen, and we could, while we talk about them, we can look at their pictures. So let's quickly run through the women. We've got this lady. She's Amanda. She's 43. So Amanda, 43, district retail manager. I'm going to actually focus on their ages because I noticed something earlier when I was scrolling through before this live. We've got Ashley, 28. We've got Brittany, 35. Cassandra, 30. Kylie, 28. Lauren, 31. Madison, 28. Okay, so like yeah, this is in my opinion, a young group. We've got Meg, 31. We've got Molly, 30. We've got Monica, 28. We've got Sarah, 29. So some in the 20s, some in the 30s. One was 43. We've got Taylor, 32. It's a cute outfit, Taylor. Oh, I like that dress. Tiara, 34. Okay, hair, yes. We've got Vanessa, 31. Work that hair, girl. Homme Natural. Oh, she looks wonderful. Virginia, 34. All right, dress. Yummy, 30. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling it. Yes, I want those outfits. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Okay, so we've got the ladies. I'm just kind of scrolling to the top for no particular reason, just to go back. You reset. It's just how my mind works. Again, no particular reason, just felt like it. Okay, so we kind of reset. And now let's look at the men. So I will note again that Amanda, 43, was the oldest. And I don't know, I actually don't know for sure who coupled up. And I didn't look at too many of the of other people's. I didn't look at the results. I didn't look at the couples, so I don't know what happens. But anyways, I'm mentioning again Amanda, 43. So let's take a look at the men and their ages. So Adam, nice smile, 33. Oh, he's cute. Alex, 29. Andrew, 27. Ben, 28. Okay, all around the same. Benji, 26. Even younger. Brad, 35. Okay. I looked his shoes, I think. Brian, 30. Daniel, 30. Okay, so right on the dot, 30. David, 33. Devin, 29. Going faster because I want to get into this. Hugo, 30. Joey, 35. Mason, 33. Love that jacket. Mo, 35. Cool, love that jacket. Scott, 34. And Tom, 38. So the reason I looked at the ages, and I know age is just a number, and I personally think that Amanda is absolutely gorgeous. I think she's like drop dead gorgeous. I'm just noticing that she is the oldest out of this entire group, and the men haven't had a chance to see her, so they don't know that she's this really beautiful woman. Again, that's my opinion. Someone might meet her and have a different opinion. I mean, that goes for anybody. Many people in the world might think this person's so gorgeous, and other people might think, oh, I disagree with you. So that's just life. That's just um, our opinions. Everyone has their own opinion. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. But the reason I mention this is because, again, she's several years older. I think maybe it was Tom at the end. I think he was 38, but she's 43. And from what I've seen, I've watched a lot of these dating shows, and from what I've seen, men often like women that are younger than them. Some men will say, "Oh yeah, yeah, older women, yeah, I'm into that," and that's becoming a thing these days, and sort of like the whole MILF business, or whatever, sugar mommy stuff. But no opinions on that, by the way, but at least not right now. But I just wonder if this group of men, especially since they skew so young, so many of them are under 30. I wonder if she would be the odd woman out because she is several years older than all of them. So again, I don't know who coupled up. I don't know what ended up happening. But hey, I guess we'll see. We'll see what's what. We'll see if she connects with anyone in episode one, because that's what we're gonna watch today. And boy, I had planned to like have some chips with me and get some more water, but the setup took a little longer than expected, so I might have to BRB in a little while, but I'll hang in there. I want to watch at least a few minutes before I take a break. All right, so back to the avatar only. Boop. Okay, so it's just me back on the screen again. So, oh, let me just reset my face. Boop. Okay, good. So I'm going to go ahead and start watching, and please feel free to start. Actually, I'll tell you when to click start. So let me just open this up. You're not going to hear anything on my side if I do everything properly. I should keep the volume down a little bit so that, like I said, don't want to get in trouble, not trying to do anything slick here. I just want to have a regular watch party. You watch on your device, I'll watch on mine, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm clicking start. Oh, actually, I kind of already started. I'm like 1 second in. And I'm going to turn in the volume first. Pardon me, a little froggy in my throat. So I'm clicking start right now. Let's go. Now I finally clicked it. Oh, oh, is this picking up desktop audio? We don't want that. Okay, so hopefully, okay, so I've just muted desktop audio. Oh, I don't want anything coming through. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that's muted. I think I'll be. Looks like I should go. Okay, so I'm already pausing. I'm 24 seconds in. I wanted to pause like 3 seconds ago. So I hear someone saying that well, he seems so familiar because or something like I've pictured his face a million times, and you know what, I gotta say I understand that. Oh no, how many hours am I going to record this for? I'm going to be stopping every 2 seconds. I might have to do like 20 minutes of this show today and then continue tomorrow. And I'm excited to, because I love watching TV. Okay, so I'm single. I may as well put that out there. And while not at this time ready to mingle, I, would love to be in a relationship one day. I would love to be in love. And yeah, so I find myself sometimes daydreaming and wondering who I'll end up with. And I'm someone who's open, and I know not everyone is, and you know, I might have an opinion about that, but I don't know. I don't know. I have to give it more thought before I actually say something on that. But I'm open to any ethnicity, and so I daydream, and I think, okay, well, will he be from, from with this? Will he have this background or that background? And will he like have a nice little accent? So he's like, he sounds really good. So I can understand when a fellow woman says, I've tried picturing his face, I've tried hearing his voice. I feel like I just did that. I feel like I did that earlier today. I feel like I did that this evening. So I get it. Okay. So I'm at 24 seconds. Where are you? You're there too? Okay. Click 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Someone in a dress, someone with long hair. Can't tell who they are, don't know them yet. Okay, pausing again. Oh, why does that guy look like Harry Jowsey? I know it's not him, it couldn't be, but actually I wonder, is this the guy? I don't know if you guys watch Aaron and Joe. I watch them on YouTube. I think they have a Twitch channel too, probably. And they were calling someone, I thought they were calling someone Harry, so maybe it's this guy. Yes, you know what, I think it was this guy. Right now, so I'm at 43 seconds. I stopped it again. Oh my gosh. I might only get 5 minutes in because it's already late here. Anyways, so so um, he's like leaning back. He's like in his like, it kind of looks like a blue tracksuit jacket and white shirt. I can't tell what he's wearing. And he's leaning back, and I paused right there, and he's leaning back. He's sitting on the floor for some reason, dirty floor, whatever. And his head sort of leaning back onto the couch while he smiles, and his eyes are closed, and he looks almost exactly like Harry Jowsey. And it's like, I don't need to see that guy because that guy is super uber toxic. Um, and I'm in a place where Spanish is the main language, so I'm gonna have to go with toxico. Like, oh my gosh, that guy is. Anyways, I wish I had started this during any one of the shows that he's done because I would have had so much to say. Like, oh my gosh. And I've watched them all, of course, because he's incredibly entertaining. And especially now, he is, whew, boy, he didn't, when he was first on, what was it? Love Island, I think was the first time we were introduced to him. He didn't look like anything much to me. He like kind of had a cute face and he was tall. Like, and I don't even really care about tall, but but he didn't look like much, but he was able to pull like the most gorgeous thing there. Or I mean, there were like several really gorgeous women there, in my opinion, during his season. Um, but now he upped his game. He's like all muscly and, oh, why am I talking about this guy? I'm a mental health VTuber, and I'm talking about how good someone, I believe, a character, sorry, as I said before, a character I believe is very toxic. I'm talking about good looking, a character I am aware of is, and he's highly toxic. So that character is highly toxic. So I need to stop. So I've stopped here at 43. You know what? I forget why. So I'm just gonna click. Let's go. Okay, happy people. Okay, now wait a second. I'm stopping now. Get exactly 50 seconds on the dot. Someone just said, "There's no better way to find your soulmate than this." Are you correct? Is your character crazy? I'm not. I'm not gonna call the person crazy, but the character that I'm seeing, is you crazy? There's got to be a better way to meet someone than to go on Love Is Blind for many reasons. There's the international humiliation, the possibility of international humiliation, the almost certainty of international humiliation. And I say international because um, Love Is Blind is on Netflix, and therefore anyone in any country can get themselves a VPN and get to American Netflix and watch this show. So, or and maybe it's available in other places. I don't know. So yeah, so that's one of the wrongest sentences. And when I say wrongest, I mean most incorrect. Um, weird. What a weird thing that there's no better. And then you're dealing with. I went through this list of men and women before so quickly. Like, oh, I forgot to use my timestamp, guys. Okay, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. Yeah, that's what it's there for. Yeah. Bam! Oh, oops. Bam! There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so that maybe fits right there. I don't really want it at the bottom. Okay, how's that? Oh, you can't see it yet. Okay, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Please hold. Just wait. I don't know if I got it looking right yet. Okay, I mean that's good enough, I'd say. Let's go with that. That looks nice, right? So this is where I stop. So I'm finally officially using my timestamp. Super excited for some reason to use the timestamp. I don't know why. Anyways, yeah, is you crazy? There are so you go out and literally walk outside your house. That would be a better way to meet someone. Love is Blind, while like there's a beckoning within me to go on the show, I know it would be the wrong decision for me for an inconceivable number of reasons that you could not even understand. Trust me. But I mean, this it's from everything from what I've heard about how they treat the people that go on the show, and maybe that's improved over the last few seasons. I'm not sure, but I've heard about really bad treatment of the I want to say the characters, the actors, the people that come on the show. I mean, they're real people, but I'm going to continue calling them characters because if I call them out on something, if I say something about them, like "is you crazy," etc., it's not about that person because they said a comment. It might have been taken out of context. There might be a whole lot more they would have said about that. So I don't know. I'm just going off of the few words that I was provided from their sound bites. Okay, okay, yeah, you're with me. Okay, walk outside, go spend time in the park, meet people through friends and family. There's so many better ways to meet someone. Love is Blind is not the way. Love is Blind is super entertaining for people such as us, but this is not a good way to meet someone. This is maybe a good way to get a free wedding ring. I assume they pay for it to get a free wedding. That never really looks that great because I mean, well, it depends on what you want. I would probably go for something small anyways, so I guess this would be like this wedding size that I tend to see on the show, which tends to be small because they don't have time to invite everyone that they would want to bring, and people probably don't want to be on the show in case like it's super embarrassing, which it probably would be. Um, but for me, my wedding size would probably be small anyways. Wait a second, I just realized they always do. Don't they always get married in a church? I know that's not for everyone. Are they forced to get married in a church? This isn't a like Christian show or like any kind of religious thing. So they don't even all believe in that stuff. So I never really paid attention. Wait, oh gosh, so many questions. I guys, I'm not even 1 minute in. Been talking for so long. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're beyond 50 now. Okay, someone said they're falling in love. When you know, you know. Okay, someone gets engaged. Someone's back fat's kind of sticking out through their dress. Joking. It's really just slender. Someone's in bikinis. Someone's celebrating. I think it's the first guy in the list. Oh, someone was dancing. Holding hands, kissing, kissing. Oh, of course, drama. I'm ready for this drama. I'm ready for this. Oh, what? Wait a sec. Wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold up. I'm going back 10 seconds. Now I'm at 152. Okay. See, I gave it a whole minute before I stopped again. Okay? So no one can, fault me or anything like that. I am trying my best. Boom. So we're at 152. I heard, okay, this is what I just heard. Did you hear it if you're following along with me? The doors opened, and all I can say is that wasn't the first time he'd seen me or laid eyes on me. It was something like that that she just said. So what? So did you guys not? This raises so many questions for me, like, or at least a couple of questions. Number one, did you know that you knew him when you were talking to him? Number two, did he know that he knew you when he was talking to you? And for questions one and two, I'm talking about in the pods. Number three, what? Number four, huh? And number five, what? Okay, let's keep going. Mm. So that actually happens around 1:55, guys. This was the first time he saw me. He knew exactly what I look like. Okay, so she goes on to say he knew exactly what I looked like the entire time. Did you not know this though? Like, is this news to you or something? Because she's saying it as if like that's a problem. Like maybe he in the end said, "Sorry, I've seen you now, and I don't like what I see. So, peace, peace out." Like, is that what? Oh, my face is so happy. Let me fix my face. I just reminded myself of what my mother used to tell me: fix your face, fix your face. You don't look happy right now. You look like you're mad at me, so fix your face. Okay, so, yeah, okay, this is more regular. Sure. Okay, so, what? So did he use her looks to against her in some way, maybe to end the relationship later on? um, Despite having already known what she looked like the entire time. That's what it sounds like to me. So let's try to keep that. I'm gonna really try to remember everything that I learned. Let's go. Okay, I press play by the way. I can't find. Okay, can't say that. Gotta be really careful. Okay, Vanessa Lachey still looking gorge. Hello, Nick Lachey. Oh, I love Vanessa's dress. I'm at 229. Okay, so they're being asked right now what drew them to Love is Blind. So I'll tell you what kind of draws me before I think so much better of it. I like the idea. I don't know why. I think for me, it's my what do you call it? The word's not coming to me because I'm actually really tired right now. But just the way that I think about myself, the way I think about how I look. I would love to know that someone. It kind of goes both ways. On one hand, I don't really think that highly of how I of how I look. Like I've always been really down on myself. On the other hand, I've seen how men react to me, men and women. And but in when it comes to Love Is Blind, we'll focus on men. So I'm one of those girls where guys will always just assume that if I'm like friendly and say hello, oh, she must like me. Oh, oh, oh. I had one job where this guy got a cut on his hand. And I was like, oh, okay, let me help you with that. I got the band-aid. It wasn't like super bloody or anything because I would not go near it. It was just like a little cut. Go, okay, let me put the band-aid on you, on your hand for you because, it's hard to use one hand to put a band-aid on the other hand. So I helped him with that. And the next thing I know, he like thinks that we were supposed to like be in love or something. He was like upset when I didn't return his feelings. And it's like, what? I put a band-aid on your hand, dude. Like grow the heck up. But I can understand where he's coming from though, because I've also made stories in my head about what's going on between me and guys before, and it was probably never the case. Very seldom. But I guess what draws me to Love Is Blind is that number one, it would almost I would not it would, because I doubt that it actually would help me in any way that I want it to, but I would want it to be a way for someone to get to know me without seeing me, um, in that it as a way to like calm my nerves about how I think I look, and then I'd also want the protection against how I seem to actually look to some people. Um, you know, where some people might say, "Oh, okay, well, I think she's attractive, so I'm gonna just like act like I really like her because I want to be with an attractive person." So I would want Love Is Blind to kind of protect me on both sides, protect the way that I see myself, protect me because of how I see myself, and then also protect me because of how I actually look to some people. That's what I said. Okay, so so I'm gonna click. I'm at 246. So I'm gonna click and see what else they're saying about. Or let them start speaking really about why they're there. One guy said he's 5'8", and there's this whole thing about short kings, and I remember talking about how, like when I was younger, how I wanted a guy that's like at least 6 feet tall. I don't really need that. I've been attracted to shorter guys. Some short kings there have been short kings who were some of the best looking guys, or I mean, hmm, at least one of them was like the most gorgeous guy that I'd ever seen up close, to the point where I couldn't stop staring at him. He was so fine. He was he was beautiful. He was like he was. Have you ever? I was tongue tied at times. The first time I saw him, I just had this like, I want to look up the word visceral. I feel like visceral reaction would be appropriate, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the word visceral. But I was instantly like, I'm talking to myself. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? Like I just saw him, and I could. My reaction was like not violent, but like, what's happening? I was like instant confusion because there was just this gorgeous man. I was in the hallway passing the room he was in, and I just spotted this gorgeous man, and I could not compute. So I forget what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, short kings. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so he was a short guy. He was shorter than me, by I'd say at least a couple inches, but I think it was fine. So yeah, I don't. I think I believe if we do like basic psychology, I think the whole taller than me thing is probably a daddy thing. When you're a baby, you look up and daddy's so freaking tall compared to you. And then as you grow up and when you grow into your full height as a woman, you're probably often still shorter than your dad, probably most of the time. So, I mean, in most cases, for most people, not most times in your life, because that'd be ridiculous. So, yeah, so I think that's where that comes from. But for me, it's not important for a guy to be. Actually, I don't like super tall. Is it, actually, I have a thing about like really like giant. I would not want a 6'7" guy. I would not want a guy that's 6'7". That's way too much man for me. Um, I don't need a short guy. I still have that thing where I'd prefer someone who's at least a couple of inches taller, just like it. But I mean, I could see myself ending up with someone who's my height, maybe a little shorter. Not too much shorter, but a little bit. Okay, so I'm at 257, 257. I'll slow down if I can. Oh my God, I haven't even read 5 minutes yet. Okay, let's go. I've got to stop and go back for a second because I've been lost in my own thoughts thinking about the chips that I really want to eat. So, you know what? That being said, I'm gonna be right back, guys, because I need my chips. Bye. I'll be right back. Mute. And we're back. All right. Thank you for holding on. I can never really tell if someone's actually watching. Oh, let me try to check the chat again. Put it over here. So I will be crunching, I will be munching, and you can enjoy the sounds because I'd be hungry. Let me close this and try to open it again, and it opens the same way, which is fantastic. It doesn't work for me, but it's still fantastic. Am I able to scroll? I can't see anything. Where is it? Oh boy. Well, I can't close everything down, but welcome to the crunching. All right. You're gonna hear crunching, you're gonna hear smacking. May as well get used to it because I will be munching as I go. Mm, says attach, add chat source. Okay, I'm thinking this probably means I don't have anything in chat, but let me just get to Twitch and check. So I really don't know, and like I said, I'm new to this, so. Hmm. Oh, please bear with me for a few moments. Thank you kindly, folks. Let's see if something's happening that I should be aware of. Mm. Ooh. Try not to get distracted by other people's channels. Okay. I don't see anything. So maybe this means that something will pop up. Mm. Yeah, it looks like I've got someone watching. That's cool. All right, folks. Crunchy, crunchy, munchy, munchy. Let's go. Mm, perfect. I'm at exactly. And yes, you did hear me licking my fingers, and that shall continue. You're welcome. I'm at exactly 3 minutes as to oh, just to be you. There you go. Just to let you know, that's where I'm at. So let's continue. I'm happy. I've got my snack. Got a little water, so I'm good. Oh, and play. Mm, mm. Pausing at 3:17. One of the girls just talked about how I don't know their names yet, and that's okay. Oh, it probably came up on screen. I missed it. Too busy munching. She talked about her body art. Hmm. Hmm. And how people assume that that means she's edgy, and that's not how she is at all. And so that's like part of my thing, something that attracts me to the show. Because I don't think we just watch it just because it's entertaining. At least people, at least some people that I'm sure are kind of gravitating towards it, like I am. It's because of the partial desire to be on the show, and mm, hmm, she doesn't want to be judged for her. She doesn't want to be judged by her looks, and it's the same thing, same Z's. I mean, I said all that to say same Z's. Let's go. Ooh, okay. Stopping at 3:32. Green dress just said she's hoping her husband will be her first boyfriend. So that's interesting. I'm sure. I don't know if that's happened before. Does anyone know? Has that happened in a previous season? Mm, I remember there was a guy who was a virgin a few seasons ago, or at least a couple seasons ago. But and, nothing wrong with that. She hasn't had a boyfriend, which may or may not mean she's a virgin. Not that it's really any of my business or yours. Mind your business. Hmm, I wonder. It's just very interesting. And then I see a woman's reaction, like she's like, "Whoa!" Looking back at her, kind of surprised, um, surprised by that statement. And that's really sweet. I mean, that's really I think it's I think it's really cute. I want him to be my first boyfriend, and 2 weeks later be my husband. I think that's going to be difficult. It's going to be a hard sell. On one hand, someone might be like I might be excited, like, oh, okay, well, I'm your first, like, yeah, baby. But on the other hand, does she really know what she wants? She might have a list, but she might not have experienced men enough. And I don't mean sexually, because I know anyone listening to this is probably going right there. But I mean, She might not have experienced what it's like to spend time, extended amounts of time with the guy. Even just like, I know we could do this with like our. Oh, okay, if I put my hand there, it's blocking. Why is it blocking? You can see my face. You can't see my face. Put my head down. Don't you put my head down? Anyways, messing with my camera setup. Um, when you spend too much time with someone, you can get annoyed, and when you spend that time, you have those boyfriends throughout the years. Might obviously don't lead to marriage until you're married one day, but all of that teaches you what you want in a partner. So if I were one of the guys, and I'm thinking of this as a woman, right? So who knows? I don't know how a guy would think about it. I think they'd be on the same page with me. I would hope so. And you don't really know what the page is yet, but I'm going to tell you right now. So listen up, listen, listen, listen up, Buttercup. So, um, she might not have completely. She might not be there. She might not be ready for a husband. She might be ready for a boyfriend, and to start learning about what she likes from a guy, what she wants. And again, I'm not talking sexually. There, of course, is that aspect, because it with just about any guy that she's in a relationship with, there will be a reasonable expectation of physical intimacy, right? But I mean, just day to day, we're sitting down on the couch. Do I want to be on the couch, or do I want to be out dancing? Do I want to be out having dinner? Do I want to be out hiking? What is it that I want? She might not know that yet. The interesting thing about relationships is that you're you, and you know what you like, but then that you're still supposed to be you, but you combine. When we're talking about really any kind of relationship, you kind of combine with that other person. When you've got a bestie, you're two different people who probably like a lot of the same things because you're besties. That's probably how you became besties. Maybe, I don't know. Different scenarios, I guess. But when you're together, you don't both necessarily want to do everything that you end up doing. So you learn about that give and take, um, and you kind of figure out in each relationship, what am I willing to do? How much am I willing to give into this other person? How much am I willing to demand from them? And it's the same for boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife relationships. Now, I know there are cultures, and even outside of cultures, there's some people who decide, I want to just marry someone. I just make that decision. I'm going to just marry. Um, but someone said something really interesting. I forget who that was. Someone on YouTube. Must have been YouTube. That's all I watch. I love YouTube. It's not all I watch, but it's pretty much all I watch. Someone made a really interesting point. You can go through this experience, or other people outside of Love Is Blind. They meet someone, and oh my god, I really haven't got to five minutes of the show. I knew this was gonna happen. Wow. Anyways, I love me. I love my talking. So you can say that you fall in love with someone and then be married a week later. That's wonderful. That's great. You've probably got some great physical attraction and chemistry, and you've got some things in common, and or maybe opposites attract, and it's wonderful. But someone somewhere on YouTube said something really important. We never hear from the couples that do these things. We never hear. We tend not to hear about all the things they discover. over the years. Even if they stayed married, they probably had some wicked revelations that they would not have had they known the person for at least a year before they got married. Like not even at least a year, like at least a year and a half, 2 years. Because the usual kind of, you date for a while, usually at least 6 months to a year, I think, and then you get engaged and you're engaged for a year. Well, that's what the person on YouTube was talking about. They were saying, if you're not engaged for a year, because that year gives you more time to get to know the person, then you're gonna have some like you're gonna learn some really interesting things about. I think the way they said it was, you're gonna be shocked. So speaking of being shocked, and going back to the reason why I paused to begin with, this girl who's never had a boyfriend, not saying not saying that there's anything wrong with this, that anything wrong with what she's choosing to do, or anything wrong with her being on this experience on the show. But oh boy, she's gonna have the most wicked, crazy revelations, unless she happened to grow up with like at least a couple of brothers and a dad. Unless she had that, preferably five brothers, she would have all kinds of crazy. Like, she might not know men yet. She might not really know much about them yet. Okay, I think I'm finally ready, guys. Thank you for bearing with me and for listening to me munch on my chips. Okay, we're at 3:32. Let's go. Oh, wait. Okay, let's go. She's really confident. Hmm. Hmm. You know what we'll say? Oh, wait. They just opened a pause, but I gotta pause. 3:54. I just wanted to quickly say that I saw some guys on the website. I was like, I don't know about how they look, but there's something different about when you see the person live and they're moving around and smiling. So at least a couple of them look, looking pretty good to me now that I see them moving. I think I'm like them. I don't necessarily photograph well, but when you're moving around and 3D, the 3D version of you is probably going to look better anyways. So they open the pods, 3:54. Let's see what happens. Lots of intros. Girl says she's from Mars. What? Pausing. Pausing at 5:36. Okay. I should really show who these people are. Wait, who are they? Okay. So we've got the guy that says he's 5'8". His name's Daniel, and he's in the pod with a lady wearing pink. So this Daniel character, I mean, I know they asked him questions. They have him keep talking about it. It seems like he's really kind of hung up on the height thing. But again, they're asking him questions, so that's why he keeps talking about it. Okay, so we've got Daniel and Taylor. So let's find them. Okay, so we've got Taylor. Kylie, Lauren, Madison, Meg, Molly, Monica, Sarah, Taylor. Oh, yes, I like her outfit. So we've got Taylor, 32, and Daniel. She said, "Damn, Daniel." NG, Brad. Oh, this is Daniel. Okay, oh, okay, 3230. All right, sales account executive, colonoscopy nurse. Cool. Okay. Seem like they both have good jobs, similar age. She's a little older, so and he might be a little shorter. So let's see. Actually, just joking, but he might be shorter than what she's looking for. Mm, what's that? Is it my chat? Oh, it's my chat. Okay. So yeah. Mm, no one's saying anything, right? I think that's just I went live. So, let's see what they go. Now, oh, I paused because she said that she's been waiting 31 years for her. She's been waiting 31 years for her man, which is not true because when you're a kid, when you're a young girl, you might be thinking about it, but not when you're a baby. Probably not even when you're 4. Maybe not even when you're 5. It might have been more like 8, 9, 10. So exaggeration, but um, this character sounds desperate. So let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, so back to me. And so we're at 5:19. Yeah, we made it past 5 minutes. Yes, I don't know how I managed to do that. I think it was munching on the chips. Okay, let's go. Okay, play. Okay, pausing at 6:42. Going back a little. I missed something through my crunching. What was it? Oh, okay. So they're being sweet. They're being cute, a little silly. Mentioned his blind sister. I feel like this is the one. Spoiler. I think he might be the one who talks about that a lot. Or someone who talks about someone who's like disabled or something, or what is it called? Other abled. Sorry, I forget the term. I want to be respectful. Um, Differently abled, perhaps. Um, he might be the one that brings up that kind of thing often, but well, I guess we'll find out together. Okay, so um, oh, I've forgotten her name. I saw it on the screen. Taylor. Taylor is a colonoscopy nurse, and she's basically using that as a way to very, very cleverly make a lasting first impression on the guys by saying things like, "If you ever need a colonoscopy, let me know," or something like that. So it's really funny. Like I said, really clever because I'm sure none of the other women can do something like that. So yeah, it's a good move. And so yeah, I paused at 7:29. By the way, so you mentioned that she's tired of the first dates. And it kind of sounds like it sounds like not like she's been on a million dates. Which I mean, even if she has, who cares? Um, she's allowed to do what she's got to do to try to find someone, right? We're all we should all be able to do that in whatever way we need to. And it sounds like she's been making an effort. She's not someone who just sits around and waits for it to happen. It looks like she's been like trying to put herself out there in whatever way that means for her. And it hasn't worked out so far, and she really wants it to work, so she's come to this show. So let's go. Click and play. All right, pausing at 8:39. really cute things happening. I think it's Devin and Brittany, which is another. I mean, Taylor's got colonoscopy, and then Brittany has got her name because usually the name is Brittany. That's the I think a much more popular name, but her name is Brittany. So it's hard to, depending on the person, might be hard to remember, hard to forget. Um, but she's definitely making an impression on Devin. So let's take a look at this couple so we know who we're talking about. All right, so it's Devin and Brittany. Just do a Control F. Oh, okay, it's not working. Um, oh, when's the guys? Oh, did I pass her? Oh, there she is. Oh, okay. It spells it the same way as far as I know. Brittany, not Brittany. Okay. And Devin. Here we go. So Devin, 29, youth director and coach. And Brittany is 35, partnership executive. Okay. Very cool. So she's a little older. It'd be interesting to see if that phases him at all. Spoiler, I'm pretty sure that he's the one I saw in a couple with someone with long hair like hers. So I think they end up coupling up. But we shall see. Back to me. Yeah. So I'll go for a few more minutes, but oh, I am feeling it, folks. Okay, we're at 8:39. Let's play. Oh, pausing real quick. By the way, so they are connecting on playing basketball. They've got a good vibe. They both just seem like happy and chilling, and of course that's how it is when it begins, right? So hopefully nothing toxic comes up. Um, I guess when I think about it, there's always going to be something toxic, right? Like we have toxicity in us. We have toxic ways about us. Like I think everyone's toxic in some way, even if they think they're not toxic. That might be the way that they're toxic. Um, so hopefully nothing will come up for these two, but they've got a good vibe right now. So yeah, just hope for the best. Oh, okay. The website said 34, 35, but she said 34, and he's 28, and the website said 30. Maybe it's 30 now. Okay, now Devin's talking to Virginia. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, um, who's, oh, Virginia. So let's go find Virginia now. So we had Devin talking to Brittany, and now we have Devin talking to Virginia. Oddly enough, Virginia is not the one who is looking for her first boyfriend. Tierra, Vanessa, Virginia. Here we go. So I guess I'm seeing that they're wearing, I believe they're all wearing the same outfits on the first episode as in these pictures. So I guess they took the pictures and then had them go date. But yeah, so this is Virginia. She says she's 33, so now it says 34 on the site. So I don't know if the site's automatically just increasing their ages to current or what's going on. But yeah, so Virginia and Devin are chatting, and it seems. Okay, so as for vibes, nothing yet. I don't know. I'm not getting a sense yet of how they are feeling about each other, but they're just, you know, kind of maybe relaxed and just chatting. I mean, it's just the beginning. But the interesting thing is that at the very beginning of this episode numero uno, somebody said he already knew what I looked like. It wasn't when the doors opened, that wasn't his first time seeing me. And what they just announced is that they'd gone to the same high school. They were like 4 or 5 years apart, but they had gone to the same high school. And they're like, oh, but we've never seen each other. Oh, no, no, we've never seen each other. Mm-hmm. Okay, but somebody, after the pod doors open, sometime after that, someone's going to say, he already knew what I looked like. So I think it might be her. So I'm just sleuthing it out. I'm just figuring out. Listen, I'm in episode 1 and I'm figuring out everyone. I know that apparently I know. Oh, I could be wrong. I think Devin ends up with not Virginia, with Brittany because I saw the similar hair. Unless Virginia goes and gets her hair done, I don't know. Maybe Tiara does. I don't know who he ends up. But I think I'm figuring it out. So this is what I think. I think back to me. So I think Devin ends up with Brittany, and that but maybe he strings along Virginia. No, the pod door's open. No, no, I must be wrong. For this to happen, um, Devin and Virginia have to be the ones being revealed to each other in the pods. Damn it, I don't know no more, but I think I figured something out. I think I got something right in there. So you can sort that out and we'll see eventually. Okay, so going back. Oh, I'm actually at 10:32 now. That's where I'm going back to. So make sure you're synced with me and let's go. This is 5 years apart. What is a youth sports company? Oh, they just connected on basketball. He ends up with Virginia, and she says she's a dancer. So there we go. She says she doesn't care about age, so even though he's 5 years younger, it looks like they'll be fine. Plus, she's a dancer, so Mm. I like what so Virginia, it turns out Virginia is a doctor. I did notice that on her profile, but I think I did might pay attention. I was focused on her name and her age, so really cool. I love to see that she's a doctor. She's gorgeous. Previous dancer who is also a doctor is beautiful. She said that people are surprised to find out that she's a doctor. I can understand that. Probably also surprised to hear that she's in her early-ish 30s. I could see people mistaking her for a 20 something year old. Also hopes that she appears to be black, and black don't crack. So that could be why, it's probably why, or I should probably say definitely why she looks so young. Um, Not universal, unfortunately. It's not true for all black people, and it's not true of only black people as well. So I liked something that she said. What was that? I liked that she said, hmm, she said that these bodies are on loan to us. I thought that was really cool. Really, and a really interesting take. These bodies are on loan to us. So we're not, we, we should look past the bodies. She did say something about wanting to make a connection with someone that would last for lifetimes. I don't know if I believe in, like, we're going to come back as something else or someone else and then we'll connect again. I don't know if I believe in all that, but I do like what she said about looking beyond someone's body. I think that's possible to a certain extent. I think it'd be really tough. Like, there could be a really amazing 80-year-old man. Like, he's the most incredible person, but what are the chances that you're going to have enough of an attraction to him to end up with him if you're still like in your 20s, 30s, even 40s, even 50s, even 60s? Chances are that's not the case. So we can look beyond the body, but only so much. We can look beyond age, but only so much. We can maybe even look beyond height, but only so much. In some cases, I did watch a Pop with the Balloon episode where um, it was for short kings, and there were some extremely short kings, and the shortest one was literally the height of like a 7-year old or not even a 10-year-old boy. He was really, really short. He walked out with someone, and I mean, it seemed like they had probably connected. It might not lead to marriage, but that woman had some interest in him. So there are people out there who really don't care about height. But I think most people have a limit. Like I said, I wouldn't mind being with someone who's short, with a guy that's shorter than me, but if he's like below my shoulder, I don't know. I think that would be too much for me. Maybe an inch or two, but more than that, I think I've got a limit. Just like I've got a limit on height. Like, please do not be 6'5". No, no. I mean, maybe, but I'd rather not. It's too tall. Too tall for me. All right, so I'm going to continue. Oh, we are at 12:09. I don't know if there's any point in this timestamp, but I'm going to keep putting it. So, I think maybe I'll go to 15 minutes and then go to bed. Let's go a little bit more, and I'll see how I do. Okay. All right. So we had Virginia. I've stopped at 12:38, I want to say. So we had Joey, the Joey character, talking to Virginia, and now he's talking to someone else. So let's take a look, see who is Joey. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Joey, 35, physician associate. Kind of cool. Like, she's a health says healthcare recruiter, but she's literally a doctor. Well, she's got a doctorate. So maybe she doesn't operate as a doctor. Because something she said about what she's trying to do didn't line up with her actually being a doctor. So that makes sense. And then he's a physician associate, so they're both in the medical field, which is cool. I think that'd be a cool way to connect, but maybe work is not like the best way to connect when it comes to love. But anyways, um, so I wanted to talk about Joey for a second. He said that people tell him he gives off golden retriever golden retriever vibes. And what I noticed about him is that someone comes into the room and he says, ah, well, tell me about you. And it's just really cute. I think it's actually really sweet. This Joey character, because as I said before, I'm looking at them as characters. I can't see the whole person. I can't know all of them. But I think that was really adorable, and not not the right fit for me. Um, like if I were meeting someone, I wouldn't want to be like almost breathless to get to know me. I want someone with energy, but that I think would be too much energy. Now, and I say that because I can get a little, yeah, 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 yeah. I can totally get like that, kind of almost like a childlike energy. I can be that quite a lot. If I'm with someone and I'm comfortable, the child is coming out and yeah, 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 yeah. So me and someone like him together, it'd just be one big old baby. It would not work at all. But I think he's really sweet. I think I'm trying to think of friendship because one, just something about his energy. He seems like he could potentially be a genuinely showing who he is, which is nice. But even friendship, I think that would be too much for me. I'd be like, okay, maybe I could handle you for 5, 10 minutes, maybe even 30, and then please keep on walking, find the next person. I think that energy is just too much for me. But I thought it was adorable. Like he'd be fantastic for somebody else. And not everyone has to be right for everyone, but I just wanted to comment on that because I don't remember seeing that before. Like I've never seen someone so like it's very something very childlike about it. Very interesting. Okay, so back to me. All right, here we go. So 12:38. Let's go. Okay, so Joy's really connecting with whoever this is. They've got like the same vibe. Okay, so we're at 14:12. 14:12 in this video, and I've got a not quite a second win, but I could go a little bit longer. I think I might stop after this. I think I'll stop after this. But let's take a look at who Joey's talking to because I actually missed her name. Let me see if I can find her. Let me see, and then I'll share. He is talking to. Oh, okay. He's talking to Monica, digital marketing, age 28. Okay. So they've got like the same vibe. Like these two, it's like they're the same person, in my opinion. They really seem like they're a good match because maybe Joey is it? Yeah, maybe Joey needs someone who's like him. It just seems like it's potentially a good match to me. Um, so they're talking and they're just both like everything he does, she does, everything she does, he does. And it's really sweet. But then she asks the question. She says, I've got a lot of family down in, I think she might have said Costa Rica. She's got a lot of family somewhere, and she visits them a lot, and she's close with her family. And so, tell me about you. I think she said like, how close are you with your family? Tell me about your family. And as someone who comes from a dysfunctional family, and I'm talking about myself, that is a question that I dread because people will judge you fast. If you're not close with mother, father, cousins, uncles, aunts, anybody, somebody, then they'll just say, okay, well, like it's as if that it's not even as if it's a red flag immediately, and it's a red flag on your head. It's a red flag stitched to your forehead, and maybe also a red flag on your butt. So if you don't have that strong relationship, if you can't honestly say, oh yeah, I call my mom every day. Yeah, I'm great friends with my dad. Oh, we just hung out this weekend. Then it's like you must be the problem, which isn't fair when you come from a family with toxic parents and toxic adults. When your aunts and uncles and mom and dad are all toxic, what the hell are you supposed to do? You don't have anyone that you could, you know, be close to. That's my experience. I've heard that people come, some people come from really loving families. They were brought up well, and that's fantastic for them. But that wasn't the case for me. So, in case you're watching this and you're not sure what to say, a tip that I've come across a couple of things in Pop the Balloon with I don't know the lady. I forget what her name is. I just watched it today too. Um, Annette. I don't know what her name is. Something. I remember her husband's name is TM, but that's all I got. Um, so in that lady's popular balloon, somebody once, one of the women once said, she was on the panel and there was a man there to talk to all the ladies, and he'd asked a question about family, and she'd mentioned that she comes from a family with extreme dysfunction. And I thought, while that's incredibly negative, um, I might have to use that because how else do I quickly describe what I experienced without going into all the crap and without possibly saying something in a way that would immediately turn a person off before they really understand what I'm talking about. So, so yeah, that's one tip. And then I'm trying to think back because I saw something on like I think it was Quora, Quora, the it's like Reddit, but it's just different with a Q. Um, what was it? Oh yeah, you can tell people that. Oh, it might have been Reddit, but somebody said you can just tell people that your parents are dead. What's your relationship like with your parents? Oh, they're dead. But they're not with me anymore. And maybe even don't lie. Just say, oh, they're not with me anymore, and just let them kind of believe. But the thing is, if they say, how did they die, then what are you supposed to do? I guess you could say, oh, I'd rather not talk about it because really, my mother and father are essentially dead to me. they're dead to me. They're not dead that I know of, but they're dead to me. And how did they die? Well, I'd rather not talk about it because then we get into the extreme dysfunction. So two tips for you. You're welcome. So I am going to stop there, guys, because I am tired, and I just want to kind of relax a little more and eventually put myself to bed. So um, if you joined me and if you see this later, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.